Now for the top story, night reaction from two Republican pundits. Joining us from Washington, Stephen Hayes, and here in the studio, Andrea Tantaros. Both are Fox News analysts. All right, Andrea, you were. Would you vote for Donald Trump? I mean,
yeah,
you would.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Over Barack Obama, sure.
No. I mean, in the Republican primaries.
Yeah,
I mean,
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
Okay. So you've been around a while. You're a Republican gal. You analyze for the GOP, and you'd vote for a guy who you just heard say he's going to seize the Iraqi oil fields, but you would vote for him.
Yeah.
You want the Iraqi oil fields seized?
Well, look, you brought up his point about the Chinese. I think it's very, very smart. He also said he's not going to go around the country bowing to foreign leaders. He'd focus on the economy, which this president has failed to do. He gets that we look like a joke to other countries, and I think he'd focus on creating jobs as well. He has a record of doing that here in New York.
But you are not worried about seizing the Iraqi oil fields?
Yeah, some of the stuff is a little off the charts, the birther stuff. But
well,
look,
I don't even care about the birther stuff because that's inconsequential.
Yeah.
It really is. It's not an issue that's going to affect anybody. But if Donald Trump is serious, that if he got elected, would seize the Iraqi oil fields, we're going to be in a war.
It would be a very big problem, yes. But I think let Trump speak.
But you would still vote for him.
I would. Let the man speak. He's got a bigger megaphone than Romney, Pawlenty, Gingrich, than all of them combined. And you know what? He can drive up Obama's negatives more than any other of those GOP candidates. All
right. Now, Stephen Hayes, I guess you would not vote for Donald Trump.
No, I certainly would not vote for Donald Trump. And look, I think this is the problem. I think Republicans are so eager for a confrontational conservative that they're willing to sort of drop the second part of that. They don't really care that he's not a conservative and hasn't been for years, that he supported universal health care, that he's pro-tariff, as you pointed out, that he has advocated he's advocated a number of anti-conservative positions in the past. He recently trashed Paul Ryan's roadmap or his path to prosperity. This is a guy who's not conservative. He's never been conservative, but now that it's sort of the cool thing or there's an opportunity for him in the Republican Party, he's decided that he is a conservative.
Well, I don't even care about whether he's a conservative or a moderate or whatever. I mean, I'm trying to look for the best guy to get the country back on track, and I think Andrea made a good point. The United States is perceived around the world as weak now. Standard & Poor's may downgrade our bonds. You know, people are pushing our buttons all over the place. We're not a country that is respected the way we used to be. I think that's true. I think most people watching tonight would agree with me when I say that. So they're looking for someone to restore that. Right. You know, get our mojo back, whatever you want to say about it. And he, far and away, is doing that way more than any of the other Republicans, Stephen.
Yeah, well, there's a void, no question about it. But if the United States isn't respected now, having Donald Trump as president is not a way to get there.
Unless he could force the Chinese to back down, which he says he can do.
Look, it's fine to take a more confrontational approach to the Chinese. It's fine to talk about a long-term strategic relationship with Iraq. Those are interesting and meaningful, I think, policy propositions. He's not making those. He's making confrontational grabs to get attention, to be provocative, and frankly, he sounds like he doesn't know what he's talking about. Nobody serious in their right mind would advocate the United States going in and seizing Iraqi oil fields. If you want to talk about creating a long-term partnership or improving our partnership with Iraq so that we have a presence there, so that we can help shape the outcome of events in the region, that's fine. But seizing Iraqi oil fields at this point in time, as you said, I think that could very well lead to a world war.
Okay. Now, Andrew, when you have a populist candidate like Donald Trump, he's got a huge advantage over the establishment candidates like Mitt Romney or Tim Pawlenty or Haley Barbour, whoever decides to get in there. Because Trump can basically say anything he wants to say. Yeah. Okay? Because people expect him to do. It's like me. I can say whatever I want to say, and it doesn't really matter. And Trump, what does he have to lose? He doesn't have anything to lose, so he loses the primary. So what? Okay, so he can just bombs away. That's what I said yesterday. Bombs away. Boom, 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 boom. And he can literally destroy the other candidates.
Yep, one-man opposition research bomb. Look, I want to jump on something Stephen said, because, look, Stephen's a good guy. He's a good Wisconsin boy, but I think a lot of the elite in Washington don't get it. Between New York and Los Angeles, a lot of people like Donald Trump. And if you look at all the other candidates in the race, that he's not conservative, it doesn't stand up, Bill. Every criticism against one of those candidates you could launch against Trump. They say Gingrich has too much baggage like Trump. Romney is way too liberal because of Obamacare and Romney Care. Huckabee, they say his fiscal policy was a mess. They go after Palin for not being
Every
experienced
candidate
enough.
is going to get criticized, but Donald Trump is not a conservative. He's not a doctrinaire conservative.
Neither was George W. Bush.
Right.
He
And
gave
I don't
us the
think that, as I
TSA,
said, I don't
he
think that's
spent a lot of money.
necessary to defeat
Right.
Barack Obama.
Right.
But certainly a lot of people in the heartland and other places would like a true conservative candidate to contrast with the liberal President Obama. All right, prediction, Stephen, Trump going to run?
Yeah, it sounds like he is going to run. He's doing the things that you would expect somebody to do to run for president.
Yeah,
I think it's not mutually contradictory that he's doing this to publicize himself and to publicize his show and his brand and run for president. I think he's probably doing both.
All right, you're going to predict?
Yep, he's going to run, and I think Republicans should let him talk. Anybody that's going to weaken the
Republicans
case
are gonna
against
let him
Obama, let the man speak.
How can you stop him?
That's
how
right.
Can you stop him?
Nothing we can do.
All right, so I don't think there's anybody worried about Donald Trump not getting his message across. He certainly will. Of course, he's welcome here anytime. Andrea, Stephen, thank you.